Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting at a Fan. The date is Wednesday, February 28th, 2018. Tonight is the night before the full moon in Virgo, a sign of healing. In my magical training, the night before a full moon is called the bright moon. So tonight is the bright moon in Virgo. And the time is approximately 9:17 p.m. So some of you remember I talked about this calendar, Llewellyn's 2018 Tarot Calendar, Insights, Spreads, and Tips by Barbara Moore. And I was very excited about this calendar because it is the first tarot annual that Llewellyn has had for several years. And I wanted to go through each of the articles and each of the spreads. But as most of you know, I spent most of January in the hospital because I had pneumonia. And it was a very, very sucky birthday month, I don't mind telling you. I've actually started having I've had better birthday celebrations both February and March. A lot of good things have happened this month, and I know that March 1st begins tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to some beautiful birthday gifts and some birthday celebrations of various kinds. I know that somebody is giving me both a tarot deck and an oracle card deck from my wish list. It's not an Amazon wish list, it's a personal wish list that I send to a small number of people, letting them know these are the decks that I do not have, but I would love to receive as either a birthday gift or a holiday gift. And I know that at least one of them is going to be ordered tomorrow, which is Thursday, March 1st, 2018. Isn't that right? Yes, I'm so excited. So I want to keep my promise to all of you, and I want to go through each of the months. Now, of course, I'm a little behind because this is the last day of February, and I'm going to start with January. But for January, we have the Empress, we have an article on Full Circle, we have the symbol, and we have the spread, the garden spread to be precise. So I'm actually going to do it like this. So I'm going to talk about the Empress first. I'm going to read the Full Circle article, I'm going to read the symbol article and then comment on it, and then I'm going to do the garden spread. Now, the tarot deck depicted is the Shadowscapes Tarot. It's a beautiful tarot deck. I love the butterfly imagery, I love the artwork, but it did not resonate with me when I first saw it, and I've had the opportunity to see this deck both online and in person, like the actual cards. It is a beautiful, visually appealing, strikingly illustrated tarot deck. I find the imagery just gorgeous, actually. But it didn't resonate with me. And, you know, I've come to realize that that's just a reality. There are decks that we don't resonate with. There are decks that we thought we were going to enjoy and we don't enjoy them. And there are decks that, you know, were major disappointments for one reason or another. Whether it's tarot decks, oracle card decks, etc. But yeah, I was a little disappointed that this didn't resonate with me. But I will say it was, as one of my clients would say, it was an, I don't remember the exact term that she used, but it was an indirect money miracle. So the fact of the matter is that because I did not buy this tarot deck, I saved money. And that is a money miracle. It's an indirect money miracle because I found out before buying this deck that it didn't resonate with me. So it's not a bad thing. So I'm going to read a little bit about the Empress. The Empress is often depicted pregnant to indicate fertility. This image focuses on the cycles of nature with butterflies and circles. Her fingers taper to twig-like tips, showing her deep connection with the earth. Now, and if you see, and I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of this. I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up on this. Hello, how are you, my awesome audiovisual person? Yes, wake up. So, you can see, if you look at her, this is her left hand. Her fingers look like twigs. And it's demonstrating her connection to the earth. Also keep in mind that in some tarot decks, there is this symbolism that the Empress is Mother Earth. Even though in other tarot decks, that would be more the World card. But if you look at her, I mean, she is this bountiful fertility. You see the flowers, you see the roses, you see the greening of the earth, you see the water in the background. So there's a lot of fertility taking place in this card. So isn't that right, Durga? Yes. Hi, Durga. Durga's come back. So there is a lot of fertility energy in the Empress card. Well, hi, look who's here. You're so cute. I love you. Yes. So there's a lot of fertility energy in this card. So there is this symbolism of Mother Earth energy. Oh, you're so cute, but I'm going to use this. No, you can stay there. That's right, because I don't need it yet. And then full circle. The cycle of life includes death and decomposition, but most Empress cards focus on the birth and growth parts of the cycle. So where does decay fit in? One way to understand the nuances of card meanings is to think about other cards and how they all fit together to create a full picture of the human experience. We have death, as in the death card, often called transformation, which is the death and decay of something that will be used to fertilize or create something new. In this way, the Empress and Death cards work together to illustrate both sides of the circle of life. And it's interesting to note that the Empress card is astrologically aligned with the planet Venus, which rules Taurus and Libra. The Death card is astrologically aligned with the sun sign Scorpio, which is the polar opposite of Taurus, which again is ruled by Venus. And then you have the symbol, the wreath and the red ribbon bow. Now, in many ancient cultures, and especially in ancient Greco-Roman culture, the wreath symbolized victory. So one could look at the wreath on the Empress card and interpret it as a personal victory, one that is emotionally charged, one that is a major triumph in emotional healing. I would say just following the perspective or following the line of symbolism of the wreath on the Empress card, that the wreath on the Empress card could symbolize somebody triumphing over his or her their streak of dysfunctional romantic relationships. So let's say, for the sake of argument, for an I said it right. For the sake of argument, let's say that you had one dysfunctional romantic relationship after another, after another, after another, after another, after another, and then one day you finally did all the inner work you needed to do to have these beautiful, fulfilling, functional, loyal relationships, not just romantic, but in all areas. That would oh, you're lounging, you're lounging over here. I'm gonna have to move you now. Oh no, because you're ready to like lounge here. Oh no, I love you, but no. I'm having a conversation with Durga. I know. But yeah, so the Empress card could symbolize that there is this triumph that's taking place, or that has taken place, with regards to your relationship with romance, your relationship or your understanding or your perspectives about emotional connections and connecting with other people in an emotional way or even a spiritual way. Remember, the Empress card is a major arcana card, so it has to do with the forces of fate and destiny. Or, to bring it down a little bit, with divine forces, with spiritual support. I love water, especially with lemon and lime. Anyway, oh, you look so cute. I can't move you now. All right, she's claimed the table. You claimed the table. All right. So I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the garden spread. And then I'm going to read the garden spread. And then I'm going to use the garden spread. Again, I do not have... Hold on. Okay. I do not have the spirit... Hold on. The Shadowscapes Tarot. But I do have the tarot deck that I'm going to use to do this garden spread. So, Again? Okay. As they begin their new lives, brides are advised to wear quote-unquote something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. I must admit, when I've thought about my wedding, which would be a gay wedding of course, I've thought about taking that into my gay wedding. It's very romantic and traditional to me, and I love the sound of it. As a new year begins, ask the cards for advice. The Empress reminds us of the interconnectedness of all life. Everything that exists and gives and receives, withholds and cultivates. Okay. Now I got to do this in a way that Durga will not freak out. She didn't freak out. Okay. So the tarot deck that I'm going to use is the Robin Wood Tarot by Robin Wood. It is a decidedly pagan tarot deck. It's been one of my personal favorite tarot decks for years, and it's one that I've been divinely guided to reconnect with this year. So I have a feeling that a lot of my clients that have readings with me where I primarily use a tarot deck will see me use this deck for their readings. So since I'm not using a tabletop, I'm cutting the deck into 3 piles to the best of my ability, because Durga has claimed my round table. And I'm going to pull from the top. So, card number 1. Something we should hold back until needed. The Star. This is coming up for me as divine guidance and spiritual support. So what I'm getting from this card is that what I need to hold back until needed is divinely guided advice. I do have a bad habit of giving people advice when I have not been asked. And that really is a drain on me energetically. And it also drains my energy for paying clients. And I've often said that I have a responsibility to my clients to remain as grounded, centered, balanced, and focused as possible. So rather than giving free, unsolicited advice, no matter how divine, no matter how spiritually supportive, no matter how channeled it is to people that may not appreciate it, I really need to limit it to the people that are paying for my psychic services, and only for those that are genuinely interested in hearing what my psychic guides have to say and that they ask. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to do it with everybody, because some people try to get over. You know, and unfortunately, that does happen. I've had people try to get over on me, and I used to be a lot more naive than I am now. So sometimes I didn't know why they were asking certain questions. But that's a topic for another video. Okay, card number 2. Something we should give away freely. Knight of Pentacles. So this for me is coming up as remember to give money. So I need to remember to tithe on a regular basis. I need to remember to give money to charity. I also need to look at ways to how to give money to charity. You know, I know that these days a lot of charities will accept PayPal, they accept credit cards, they accept debit cards, but what if I happen to have 0 on my debit card? Am I going to make that an obstacle? Or can I just put in $3 to that charity and say, listen, this is all I can spare right now, will you accept this? You know, and I used to do that. I used to do that on a regular basis. If I could not give a charity the minimum that they requested, then I would give them what I could spare. And this is also, keep in mind, because pentacles not only relate to financial health, but to physical health. So for me, this is also a reminder to allow the bounty of the earth to nourish me and heal me. Herbs, essential oils, vitamins, minerals, fruits, and vegetables. Card number 3, something we should nurture and allow to blossom. I'm looking forward to this one, especially since the Empress is trump 3 in the tarot. Did I not mention this card? The World. The World. In the Universal Goddess Tarot by Maria Carati, illustrated by Antonella Platano, the World card depicts Gaia, Mother Earth, in the ancient Greek pantheon, or in the Hellenic pantheon. So there is a connection between the Empress as Mother Earth and the world as Mother Earth. So, card number 3, something we should nurture and allow to blossom, the earth, the soil, plants, trees, grass, flowers, all the things that rise and grow from the earth. Allow them to nurture and blossom. And how appropriate that this card is taking place, especially in line with a card that is absolutely symbolic of spring. Because remember, especially in the Mythic Tarot, oh, and I forgot the name of the woman who created. I'll include it in the description box. In the Mythic Tarot, the Empress is depicted Demeter is depicted on the Empress card. Demeter, whose divine daughter Persephone returns to her. So the spring returns, the flowers return, the birds return, and all the fruits and vegetables return. Okay, hello, Durga. Card number 4, and this is the final card. Something we should allow ourselves to receive from someone else. King of Pentacles. So absolutely allow yourselves, and I need to allow myself to be open and receptive to receiving money miracles and prosperity gifts from other people. It's very interesting. Prior to prior to recording this video, I received an email from somebody I'd never heard of before. Began his email with, "I love your blog. I'd love to have a session with you." And we're now looking at dates and times and locations. And I have a feeling that after this video is recorded, I'm going to hear from that same client. And yes, if I do, I'll include it in the description box. And it's so interesting because in tarot decks, in most tarot decks, the King of Pentacles represents cardinal Earth. My sun sign is Capricorn. My birthday is January 8th. So my sun sign is a cardinal Earth sign. So I find this very interesting. And of course, because this is my reading for myself as well as all of you, I feel that this is the universe's way of saying, allow myself to use my magic, to use my energy, to use my mind to manifest the money miracles and prosperity gifts that are my divine birthright and my spiritual heritage. And as some of you know, I look at the bottommost card, which is the final message card, which is the Two of Cups, which is absolutely in line with the Empress's energy as the planet Venus, named after the goddess of the same name. So this is reminding me to maintain balance between activity and rest, between work and play, between solitude and social activity, between reading and writing, between exercise and lounging, between metaphysical study and watching Hulu and Netflix, between all the other areas of my life, and of course within myself. And interestingly enough, a lot of the divine guidance that I've received this year has been about balancing my masculine energies with my feminine energies. So I know that, it's something that I do not do, but I know that it's essential from a shamanic perspective. So I need to be willing to get dirty. I need to be willing to play in the mud. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that, but I know that it's important. And also, every time I've read that in a book of shamanism that I have, and I'll include that in the description box as well, I always resist it so much. So I know that that's the one that I really need to do. I need to be willing to get dirty. I need to be willing to be drenched in mud as a way of enhancing and strengthening my masculine energies. Because I think I'm really good at enhancing and strengthening my feminine energies. But I need to do the same with my masculine energies. If for no other reason, because I was created by the sexual union of a man and a woman. So yes. So I need to be willing to get dirty. I need to be willing to have my clothes and my shoes and my socks and my skin covered in mud. And no, going to a spa and having a mud bath is not going to be the same thing. I need to like literally play in the dirt. Enhance my butch energies. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. I really enjoyed this. This was a fun spread. And I must admit, I have a feeling I'm going to be using this spread in the future as well. You know, I don't usually use layouts with clients. I just place the cards wherever I'm divinely guided to place them. But every once in a while, I do feel this intuitive leading to use an actual spread with clients during their professional readings with me. So I have a feeling this spread might be featured in some of my clients' upcoming readings. But in the meantime, before I close for the evening and for this video, I would like to remind all of you that, as I said earlier, there is a surgery that I'm going to have taking place that was originally scheduled for January, but between the pneumonia and the hospitalization, I couldn't do it in January. So it has been officially rescheduled for Thursday, March 15th, 2018. What that means is that I will be available for readings, for private metaphysical classes, and for energy healing treatments from now until Saturday, March 10th, 2018. It will take about 1 to 2 weeks for me to fully recover from this surgical procedure. So if you are not going to schedule your session with me prior to Saturday, March 10th, 2018, which is exactly 11 days from today, at least as of the time and date of this video, then I will not be available again until Monday, April 2nd, 2018. So if you are interested in scheduling a session either before Saturday, March 10th or after Monday, April 2nd, 2018, by all means contact me. The best way to reach me is my email address, which is thetarotman@excite.com. That is TheTarotman@EXCITE.com. Also, if you have not already subscribed to the YouTube channel of yours truly, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan, I absolutely invite you to do so. And also make sure that you click or tap the bell, because that will notify you when I upload a new video. For example, let's say that I upload a video, just for an example, tomorrow, Thursday, March 1st, 2018 at 3 p.m. So once that upload is complete, you will receive a notification, usually by email, letting you know that Robert Alvarez has uploaded a new video. I will also recommend that you periodically recheck your bell to make sure that your notifications remain on. I have found out from my awesome audiovisual person through the various YouTube channel content creators that he watches that sometimes YouTube denotifies somebody. So if you have not received the notification that I've uploaded a video in a very long time, then I absolutely highly recommend that you recheck your notification and make sure that the bell is clicked or tapped. You don't have to do that, but it is a strong recommendation that I've made. I think off the top of my head, there are between 5 to 10 YouTube channel content creators that my awesome audiovisual person watches on a regular basis who have noticed and who have been informed by their subscribers that they're not receiving notifications anymore. It would be very easy for me to say that YouTube is denotifying subscribers. I don't know why they would do that, but and I really don't have an idea as to why they would do that. But for my own peace of mind, and perhaps for yours as well, definitely make sure that you check to make sure that your bell has been clicked or tapped, and you may wish to periodically check that you are receiving notifications that I've uploaded videos. I promised several of my longtime YouTube channel subscribers that I would definitely make more videos, and I have been making more videos. In fact, this is the 5th video I've recorded in a row today. So you can expect to see these videos up over the next 1 to 2 weeks. And that doesn't mean that there are not going to be other videos that are going to pop up. So my intention is to record as many videos as possible between now and Saturday, March 10th. And certainly catch up on a lot of videos that I have not been able to do because of health and well-being reasons in January, and because of my very busy professional schedules in February. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for honoring who I am and what I do. May tonight's bright moon in Virgo bless you and yours with healing, with inspiration, with peace, with prosperity, and with a great sense of purpose for your divine plan. Thank you and good night.